let's put on a show.
We're here with Dimitri from the band ARCADIA. I would like to say thank you for joining us, and we really appreciate the time and the effort that you're taking out of your day to do this. I know it's late there. Welcome, Dimitri.
Hey, thank you very much. I thank you guys for the opportunity to be here with you on today.
Like liquid fire, we dance in a vision overseas.
Every band has a song they have to play all the time, and they really don't like it. You know, the band gets bored of it, let's say. And which songs of that do you play that the audience always wants you to play, that you're tired of playing?
Yeah, I guess that every band has this kind of problem. But I think that usually, because we have different kind of fans, because we have played for so long time that we changed in the years. We changed the way of playing, not the kind of music, but the style changed a little bit. And there are a lot of people that are really attached to the old material of the band. That was in the first album of 2001, and we are not playing a lot of those songs because in the eras we changed, we have a different attitude because, we were just kids at the time. So I guess we have a couple of songs from the first album that everywhere we go people say, yeah, are you going to play that song from that album? And we say, yeah, I will see, And sometimes we do, but, we have played that for so long time that sometimes, we would like to play something else that.
Are the songs arranged by somebody, or does the band itself do their own parts? I mean, do you write all the music yourself, and the drum parts and everything, or does the drummer have any say, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, we are a real band, so even if it's just me now, but we are like a big family, and we usually arrange all the songs together. Usually it works like this. We start working on some ideas that maybe comes out for me and my drummer, and then we rehearse all this stuff together with the other members of the band, and everybody find out his part on the song, because I think also it's a little bit useless to say to a drummer or to a bass player you have to do that, because I think that should be really spontaneous. And that's the way it is. I mean, everything in that band, starts from an idea, and then we really jam on that idea. So everything is coming out during the rehearsals. So we arrange the songs all together.
Well, it seems to be working for you. ARCADIA is doing really well. I mean, you've been touring all over in Europe, so. Yeah. How long is your average show that you do when you are on tour? I mean,
yeah.
You've been on tour in Europe, and you've done some in the U.S. I mean, how long were the shows in each area?
Depends. Depends if we are playing in a club, in a small club, if we are headliners, if we are playing as opening act, if we are playing in a festival. Usually, for instance, in a festival, unless it's not a festival where we are headliners, so we are usually headliners in not so big festivals. We play half an hour, but usually we are not playing so many festivals except for the summertime. And usually we play with a couple of other bands, and we are a headliner, and we play a show of 50 minutes, 60 minutes, something like that, about 1 hour. Usually everything is good. Above all, when we play, for instance, in East Europe, everything is great, and when we leave for that tour, we usually rehearse a lot because we know that we have to play 1 hour and a half at least. The fans there are crazy, so they really want us to play absolutely, and there are crazy stuff happening on the stage. people coming on the stage and sing with us and stuff like that. So you go on jamming for 1 hour and a half, and you say at the end you are really tired, but you say, yeah, it was really fast, because you had a lot of fun.
How do the studios in Europe differ from the ones in the United States?
Usually, for a long time, we had the idea that the United States studios were a little bit more advanced, and they are. Because if you see a lot of bands, above all from Italy, but also from Europe, they usually record in Europe, and then they go to make the mix and the masterings in the United States, because you have a lot more advanced technique about the recording studios. And we had this experience, so we saw that by ourselves. But I think that also the studios in Europe, they above all nowadays, are really, really good. So I guess there is maybe a different attitude, a different way of working. And I prefer about the mix and mastering, that kind of stuff, to have really, really powerful record, how they work in the United States.
What band would you like to be on stage with, playing with? I mean, if Arcadia was on the stage, what band would you want there with you to play something really, just jam out?
Oh, yeah, I'm a big fan of Metallica. I always have been a really big fan of Metallica, and also the other guys in the band, they are. So that would be a really big dream, because they are, in my opinion, they are the best band ever in rock. That's my opinion.
What made you decide, I'm going to do this instead of something else?
Yeah, about the choice of being a musician, I don't know how it really happened. For me, I just started to listen to some music. I was a little bit more lucky because my father is a musician, even if he is just a hobby musician. But anyway, I grew up with music, with blues, rock and roll, Beatles, Rolling Stones, this kind of stuff. So for me, it was a little bit a natural step to go into something else when I started listening to Queen, Metallica, Iron Maiden, those kind of bands, And I don't know what happened, but suddenly I decided to start playing the guitar, And after a little bit, I understood that it was my way. And I guess it was the same for anybody else who started playing an instrument and decided to be a professional musician. I don't know what happens usually, but it's like you start doing that and you know that you will always do that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that, but
it's just that at one point you started realizing that, hey, I really love this. This
yeah.
is what I'm gonna do.
Exactly. And I remember, for instance, when I told that to my father, I said to him, I want to start. I was a kid. I was like maybe 12 years old or something. I said to my father, I want to buy a guitar. I want to be a rock and roll player. And I remember he started laughing in my face, and he said like, as usual, you will stop after 2 or 3 weeks. And it didn't happen. I think he at that time he was laughing about that. Maybe he's laughing also now.